Now, we've joined Nisha in the kitchen, where she is sharing the recipe of a most popular dish in her restaurant. Is this correct?
It is.
More popular than your infamous gunpowder chicken.
And my chat bombs, it's the biggest seller. And it is so interesting to work out why. So my aim with every single dish is that it's got to be addictive. Any restaurant should have that aim with any one of the dishes. And I think it's things like fenugreek. And I'm going to show you how to wield spices like that to make your food totally otherworldly addictive.
So this is your hero dish.
This is my complete hero dish, and it is delicious. And what's great about it is it's healthy, relatively.
Because I never think of butter.
Well, you know what? You can leave the butter out of butter.
Whoa! We're going too far here.
You can. It's just a word. I think it's the way it makes you feel. It makes you feel buttery inside. Yeah. But I'm going to put a bit of butter in it, but you really don't need to. The way we start: any meat curry, onion, ginger, garlic in a pan, and we fry until it's gone brown. Yeah.
Because any meat curry, that's how you'd start it off?
Always. Because what that does is, with curries, you're building up layers of flavour, and that gives you that pungency, the sweetness, the zing. So we're starting off good. So already the studio smells amazing. I could go home and you could have that with a spoon and we'd be happy days.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is going to put a little bit of spice in there, only 3 spices, and we're going to do something very clever to our chicken. So we start by... Sometimes lemon is a good thing when you're marinating chicken, but I use creme fraiche, a little bit of lemon or creme fraiche. It kind of opens up the pores of the chicken so it's ready to receive the spices.
So is that the acidity in the yoghurt, basically?
100%.
Oh, you are so clever.
He knows all the big words, don't you?
Nick, can I ask you, because, you know, I sort of know a little bit about your backstory, but it being International Women's Day and all, you were a lawyer, a barrister, what were you?
For 20 years, I was a child protection barrister.
Right.
So that's domestic violence, divorce,
yeah,
child abuse. You know, it's the kind of cold face of humanity, what was happening. And so 20 years in Liverpool, and I felt I hadn't worked a day in my life. I loved it. Because you're there, basically, every day, working out how you can give people hope. You're meeting people at the lowest point of their life and working out how you can give them some form of hope for the future.
So how do you start from that and the career you got so much fulfilment from and ending up with 7 restaurants?
I'm now on 21 restaurants. With
Get
it right, Terms.
She told me it was 7 during the break. She moves fast.
Do you know...
just got a couple of deals through.
Yeah, just in the last 5 minutes. It's fascinating. I've always been obsessed with... I think many immigrants are obsessed with the food that they bring to this country. Yeah. So I was born in Ormskirk. But those dishes, this is tandoori masala, yoghurt, and I'm going to sizzle it on a griddle pan, and then that's going to go into the sauce, but we're going to make the sauce. Mm-hmm. So, yes, obsessed with the food that we bring across, and we're very evangelical about it. We want to tell everyone about our dishes. So I used to, while I was a barrister, I used to teach Indian cooking for 10 years, and I started writing my books while I was still a barrister. But this is the great thing about Women's Day. I think we as women... So I was in my late 40s when I moved career into the world of hospitality and business that I knew nothing about. And that business about if you can't see it, you can't be it. There was nobody that I could see that was a CEO, founder of a restaurant. But I think as women, you know, we've had all our corners knocked off. You've got no pride left, you know, by the time you've raised children. And I think we make kind of the best bosses in that way because you're there to make people feel better. Mm-hmm. This is going to make you feel better. Onion, ginger, garlic, turmeric, chilli go into every single curry. Mother and father. Garam masala goes into every meat curry, Josie.
Right, OK.
So that's
always keep that one handy, then.
Yeah, keep that. I'll bring you a bag in next time I see you. Turmeric, chilli, garam masala. Now we're going to make the sauce. So to that, we add tomato puree. Because with tomato puree, you get that intensity of sweetness and flavour, which is what you want from a butter chicken. So it's so far so simple. OK, I'm going to make this into a sauce now by adding water. So can you see it's a water-based sauce? Yeah. It's not a cream-based sauce. The emollient is water. And then to that, we add our magic...
This is it, is it?
Spice. Just smell that. Can you smell it? It's the ultimate smell of curry house.
Oh, that is lovely.
You want to put that on your face, really, don't you? But when it goes into a curry, it comes alive, and the very, the very air you breathe smells like the most...
What's it called again?
It's called fenugreek. So it's dried fenugreek leaves. Invest in them. And if you want to really give your meat curry that kick, That's what you add.
Would you ever use that fresh, or is it always dried?
Now, fresh you would use in different so you'd use that with, if you're stuffing a bread, for instance. Fresh is good, but dry is best. Dry has that intensity.
Yeah.
I griddled that chicken a little bit.
Lovely.
And I throw that into my sauce. Now, I'm going to put some butter beans in.
Oh, I love butter beans.
My food producer today called butter beans nature's gnocchi. Isn't that clever? Isn't that clever? So that's a credit to her. Because, you know, they absorb flavour, they're beautiful, they're good for you.
And they've got the buttery taste with them, haven't they? So
Are they traditionally
makes sense.
in butter chicken?
Never.
They're not.
There's nothing traditional about what. Do you know what's interesting? No, they're not. Butter beans are a great alternative, though. If you want to make this meat-free, I'm going to add a little bit of butter because it gives it that gloss. If you want to make this meat-free, sweet potato or butternut squash and butter beans make it extraordinary.
Oh, lovely.
The last thing I'm adding to this, and you don't need to, but this just gives it that luxury, is a bit of creme fraiche. And we stir that through. Now, I'm going to get some of this into some bowls for you because I want you to taste this.
Thanks.
So here we go. We stir that through and we end up with this.
The
How
colour.
long should you be stirring that until this...
Honestly, this whole dish, because it's breast and it doesn't take long at all. So there you go. I'm going to give you a bit of that. We tend to, on Mother's Day, a few rose petals.
Nice.
Coriander. Tuck in.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
And a little bit of pomegranate.
What do you think, Jess?
Wow. I'll have a little bit of pomegranate.
Please, please.
Nisha, you've done it again. You've done it again, Nisha. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's a
So
pleasure
nice.
to cook for you.